As the world drifts into a new era of electric imagination, a shape emerges from the horizon, sleek, silent, and impossibly elegant. The Polestar 6 2026 doesn't just arrive, it rises, like a whisper carried by the wind, a sculpture carved from light itself. In its presence, time slows. Every curve, every reflection, every pulse of energy weaving a story about what happens when ambition refuses to stay grounded. This is not a car built for the road, but a road built for the car, a future sculpted into motion. And as the first dawn glow washes across its body, the Polestar 6 becomes more than innovation. It becomes emotion in its purest, electrified form.
The Polestar 6 2026 makes its first impression before it even moves. As light glides across its bodywork, the car reveals a language of design that is both futuristic and timeless. The sculpted hood stretches into infinity, its lines clean, assertive, echoing Scandinavian restraint molded into performance intent. Here, nothing is exaggerated. Every curve has purpose, every shadow has meaning. The Roadster silhouette flows with an uninterrupted confidence, as if the entire vehicle were sketched in a single stroke. The frameless roofline disappears into the rear deck, creating a harmony between aerodynamics and artistry. Even at rest, its presence feels kinetic, like a moment frozen just before liftoff. This is where elegance meets rebellion, where pure electric precision becomes a tangible shape you can admire from every angle.
Move closer, and the Polestar 6 reveals a front fascia that feels crafted by light itself. The signature Thor's hammer LED pattern sharpens into a precise, futuristic expression, bold yet understated. These headlights don't shout. They communicate with quiet confidence, like a focused stare from a being that understands its strength. Beneath them, the aerodynamic channels guide invisible streams of air, cooling, stabilizing, and shaping the car's performance long before the wheels begin to turn. There is no traditional grille here, just a clean, seamless panel that symbolizes freedom from combustion. The metallic surface reflects the world around it as though it were absorbing the environment, preparing to transform it. Here, technology and art blend into a face that feels alive, evolved, and effortlessly modern.
From the side, the Polestar 6 takes on a form that seems engineered for the wind. The long wheelbase stretches with grand touring elegance, while the wide stance grounds the car firmly in athletic confidence. The shoulder line sweeps backward, sharp yet graceful, guiding the eye toward a rear section that tucks in with sculpted precision. Every millimeter feels intentional, whether the polished aluminum accents glint under sunlight or the curves subtly shift with changing angles. Even the retractable roof fits seamlessly into the silhouette, preserving the purity of the design whether up or down. It is a profile that invites admiration, not because it tries to impress, but because it simply exists as the natural evolution of automotive beauty.
At the rear, the Polestar 6 transforms into a symphony of sharp lines and futuristic simplicity. The full-width LED light bar glows like a blade of crimson suspended in the air. It's thin, precise, and unmistakably Polestar. The sculpted trunk lid forms a subtle wing, enhancing downforce without the need for aggressive spoilers. Beneath it, the diffuser integrates beautifully into the lower body, shaping air rather than merely channeling it. Every crease, every contour blends engineering with expression. This is a rear design that doesn't just conclude the car, it completes it, creating a visual signature that lingers even after the vehicle disappears around a corner.
The wheels of the Polestar 6 are not just components, they're expressions of dynamic design. Multi-spoke, razor-sharp, and aerodynamically optimized, they seem to float within the sculpted arches. The contrast finishes, brushed silver, deep graphite, or matte black, catch the light in shifting geometric patterns. Behind them, the performance brakes stand poised for instant response.
The wheel wells curve tightly around the rubber, giving the car a stance that feels ready to strike. Every rotation becomes a display of artistry and purpose, turning the simple act of movement into a performance of its own.
Step inside the Polestar 6 2026, and the world outside seems to fade into a distant echo. The cabin is a sanctuary of Scandinavian purity, minimalist, spacious, and quietly powerful. Clean lines flow uninterrupted across the dashboard, where sustainable materials blend seamlessly with futuristic technology. The air feels different here, as if infused with intention. The seats, sculpted for both support and elegance, embrace the driver with soft, breathable textures that speak of craftsmanship rather than extravagance. Every surface tells a story. Recycled aluminum accents shimmer with a gentle sheen, while the matte panels evoke a calm, grounded presence. Light dances through the cabin, reflecting off subtle curves and creating a sense of floating serenity. This is not an interior built to impress, it's designed to inspire.
At the heart of the Polestar 6 interior lies its digital command center, a place where intuition meets innovation. The central infotainment screen rises from the console with tablet-like precision, bathed in a soft, ambient glow that responds to every touch. Its interface is fluid, intelligent, and unmistakably modern, powered by a next-generation operating system that learns, adapts, and simplifies. Commands feel instantaneous, as though the car anticipates the driver's needs. The instrument cluster behind the steering wheel displays only what matters: speed, range, navigation, nothing more, nothing less. The architecture of this digital environment is remarkably human. It doesn't overwhelm, but empowers, allowing the driver to focus on the experience rather than the interface. Everything is accessible, refined, and beautifully synchronized.
The steering wheel of the Polestar 6 is a sculptural piece of precision, compact, clean, and designed for true engagement. Wrapped in soft-touch sustainable materials, it rests naturally in the driver's hands, offering balance between comfort and control. Subtle switchgear blends into the wheel's geometry with seamless fluidity, each click gentle yet purposeful. Behind it, the minimalist gauge display hovers like a piece of digital art, delivering information with clarity and grace. Grip the wheel, and a subtle hum vibrates through the chassis, a reminder that the power beneath is alive, waiting. Here, the connection between human and machine becomes intimate, direct, and beautifully uncomplicated.
The seats of the Polestar 6 redefine comfort in a Roadster. Slim, elegant, and ergonomically contoured, they wrap the driver and passenger in a cradle of support perfect for long journeys or spirited weekend drives. The sustainable upholstery feels luxurious without excess, crafted with meticulous stitching that reflects Scandinavian design philosophy. Beautiful because it must be, not because it tries to be. The bolsters hold firmly through every corner, while the cushioning softens the ride without sacrificing road connection. Even the rear seats, though compact, maintain the theme of intelligent space usage. In this cabin, seating becomes an emotional touchpoint, a place where design speaks directly to the senses.
When the roof retracts, the Polestar 6 transforms into an open-air symphony. Light washes into the cabin, illuminating the surfaces with a natural brilliance. Even with the top up, ambient LEDs create an atmosphere that feels warm, modern, and personal. The subtle glow outlines the contours of the console, accents the digital screens, and breathes life into the minimalist design. The acoustics shift too. Sound becomes immersive, layered, and intimate, amplified by the car's advanced audio architecture. Whether driving through a quiet night or a bright afternoon, the cabin adapts, becoming whatever the moment requires. In these delicate plays of light, shadow, and sound, the Polestar 6 interior becomes more than a space. It becomes an evolving experience.
Press the start button and the Polestar 6 awakens, not with a roar, but with a pulse.
The dual-motor electric powertrain hums beneath the surface, channeling immense precision through silence. With 884 horsepower at command, the car feels like a force waiting to be unleashed. The instant torque surges through the chassis with electrifying urgency, yet the delivery remains impossibly smooth and controlled. Every input responds with near telepathic accuracy. The sensation is unlike any combustion machine. There is no lag, no hesitation, only pure, uninterrupted acceleration. It feels less like stepping on a pedal and more like engaging a surge of light beneath your feet.
On winding roads, the Polestar 6 becomes a dancer. Its bonded aluminum platform offers extreme rigidity, giving the car a lightness that feels almost organic. The steering communicates with crystalline clarity, allowing the driver to place the car with surgical precision. Every corner becomes an invitation. Lean in, feel the suspension tighten its posture, sense the chassis glide across the asphalt with confidence and grace. The 800-volt architecture keeps the power flowing consistently, ensuring the motors deliver the same exhilarating punch with every squeeze of the throttle. This isn't just performance, it's a dialogue between road and machine.
Accelerating in the Polestar 6 is an experience that bypasses the senses and goes straight to the soul. The 0 to 100 km/h rush in just over 3 seconds feels like bending time itself. There's no build-up, no crescendo, it's instant, like flipping a switch that launches you into a parallel reality. The car stays flat, composed, unshaken by the immense force. The wind sweeps past the cabin in smooth layers, flowing like liquid across the Roadster form. In this moment, the world compresses into a single forward motion. And yet, beneath the intensity, there is elegance, smoothness, harmony. Acceleration becomes not merely a measurement, but a feeling. Push the Polestar 6 harder, and it reveals its mastery. The low center of gravity created by the battery pack anchors the chassis with unwavering resolve. Even at high speeds, the Roadster feels planted, aerodynamic surfaces slicing through wind resistance with calculated efficiency. The rear diffuser manages airflow like a sculptor shaping wind, offering balance without relying on oversized aero devices. With each maneuver, the car encourages confidence, not through brute force, but through disciplined engineering. This is a vehicle that understands its limits and invites you to explore them with respect, control, and exhilaration. In the Polestar 6, performance becomes philosophy. The instant torque, near-perfect traction, and crystalline chassis responses combine to create a driving experience that feels far beyond the era of combustion. Yet it remains human, warm, emotional, and beautifully connected. This car does not simply move, it communicates. It tells you when the grip shifts, when the power flows, when the perfect moment to accelerate arrives. And with every kilometer, it deepens the bond between driver and machine. The Polestar 6 is not the future because of its technology, it is the future because of how it makes you feel. As the journey comes to its quiet end, the Polestar 6 2026 stands as a testament to what happens when vision becomes courage. It captures the purity of Scandinavian design, the thrill of electric performance, and the emotion of open-air freedom, all woven into a single expression of future luxury. This is not merely a roadster, it is a declaration, a reminder that innovation is not loud, but purposeful, not complex, but honest. And as the final light of day fades across its sculpted surfaces, the Polestar 6 leaves behind a feeling, one that lingers long after the drive ends. A feeling that tomorrow has already arrived.